I switched training plans with Kofuzi for a week, or should I say 9 days, and you would be surprised because it wasn't as easy as it looked. Here's why. Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex, and in this video we are doing something that we never did before, and this is switching training plans with another content creator, another YouTuber, and in this case Kofuzi. I would like to thank him for accepting this opportunity. By the way, this is a video that Mike is also doing on his channel, but with a training plan I prescribed him based on running power, which is what I'm using for training. So once you're done with this video, go check his channel and go check out his video. I'm gonna go watch it afterwards as well. The idea behind this video is that I wanted to know how it felt to train like Kofuzi. Kofuzi is a consistent runner. He's doing lots of volume. He has improved his racing times in the marathon, in other distances as well. And he's also a very consistent YouTuber. He's uploading every week for a few years now. He's gained a lot of traction. He's very famous, and he can do the two, training very well and also working on that superb content that he's publishing on the internet. I wanted to know how he's making it possible. I wanted to know how it looks to train like him. And so I reached out to him, he accepted. He seems to be a very, very nice person. I don't know him very well yet. I hope this is gonna change. But he seems to be just that very, very down-to-earth, open-minded guy, and he was happy to do it. So he sent me a training plan, and this is how it looked. The training plan of Kofuzi goes by 9-day cycles. Instead of training by 7 days, by a week, Mike goes by 9-day cycles, and this is mostly, I believe, because he wanted to have all of the quality of different types of sessions within a block without the pressure of putting 3 quality sessions in 7 days and then bumping up the injury risk. I never did it. I never even considered doing 9-day cycles before, so this is also something that I was eager to discover. And this is also one of the reasons why I wanted to do it with Kofuzi in the first place. I think it's interesting, and you will see at the end of the video that my take on it is also something that may change my way of training. How is it structured for Mike in the 9 days? It's fairly simple, yet quite challenging. Day 1 is speed work. So in this instance, I had to do 12 by 400, and that was the morning session, with a small warm-up, small cool-down, and then some weightlifting in the evening. Welcome back to the weightlifting part. Day 2 and day 3 are easy days. Day 2, 60 to 75 minutes, and day 3, 90 minutes easy run. And then day 4, again, is a day with a quality session. So basically you have to picture that 9-day cycle as 3 times 3 days. The beginning of each small cycles of 3 days is a day with a quality session, followed always by 60 to 75 minutes on the second day and 90 minutes on the third day. Day 4, therefore, was threshold day, 6 by 6 minutes, a challenging session, which I will tell you more here about in a second. Day 5, day 6, same here. Day 5 was 60 to 75 minutes, day 6, 90 minutes. Day 7 is again the beginning of a small cycle of 3 days with a marathon type of session in there, the long run of Kofuzi, 3 by 5K in this instance, 20 minutes warm-ups, 20-minute cool-down, 1 kilometer recovery between the 5 kilometers at marathon pace. And then day 8 and day 9, yet again, 60 to 75 minutes for day 8, 90-minute easy for day 9. Mike has a very interesting approach about his pacing as well. Easy, he just wrote easy and nothing else, no heart rate, no paces, no power. It just had to feel easy, and this is what I tried to have in my mind when running the second and third days of the small 3-day cycles, 60 to 75 minutes, 90 minutes. I just wanted to make them feel easy. When it comes to the hard paces, Mike referred to the 400 meters as my current 5K pace, not the target pace or the best 5K pace I have ever had, but the 5K pace of today. And this was the same for the threshold session. It was meant to be the pace of a max 60-minute effort on that specific day, not faster, not slower, not my half marathon pace or my 10K pace or in between. Same for the marathon. It's not my target pace. Mike just referred to the pace I would be able to hold for a marathon on the day of that session, which I think is really interesting. It makes you consider a bit more your current fitness and not necessarily your goals or where you come from, but just trying to make it work for the day you're doing that specific session. So this is how the plan is structured, and now I'm just going to go into what was challenging for me. The challenges I faced were not necessarily in the easy days. It was a lot of volume, but I'm running 50 to 70 kilometers, let's say, as a base volume all year long. At least that's what I'm shooting for. I'm doing other things on the side. I'm doing other sports. I'm cycling. That's the priority I have as another sport. But I'm also doing some other outside activities. I'm trying to move as much as I can. So the easy days didn't feel very, very hard. I just decided that the 60 to 75 minutes that occurred on day 2, day 5 and day 8 would only be 60 minutes and not 75. I could already see at the beginning of the 9-day cycle that this would be a lot of volume for me, so I preferred to opt for the 60 minutes. This was an option, so I just took it. The 90 days, well, same here, no big issues, easy pace, easy. It was a lot of kilometers, but that was fine. I'm enjoying running, so I was having fun also being out there. The challenge, to be honest, was combining these easy days and that high volume already coming from the easy days with the harder sessions, the harder days. Day 1, 400-meter reps, no issues here. Day 4, however, the threshold session, it was hot. I already had 3 good days of running in my legs, and 6 by 6 minutes was a failure. I only did 2 by 6 minutes. I was cooked, and I decided that this is only day 4. If I'm doing the whole session now, I'm never gonna go to the end of the 9-day cycle. So I just went home. It was already 10 kilometers for that day, and I knew that I had 6 more days of volume coming up. This is kind of the only session I failed. The 400 meters on day 1, I didn't fail, but Kofuzi prescribed 12 times. I thought it was 10, so I did 10. It was 12, and I realized only when checking back the plan when I was home. Not a big deal, I would say, but yeah, the threshold session was definitely challenging with heavy legs. And if I were to do it again, I would probably keep the pace a bit easier the day before on a 90-minute run, on the 1.5 hour run, just to allow more freshness in the legs for that threshold session. One of the best sessions, on the other hand, was the marathon session, the 3x5K. I'm not in marathon peak shape, to be honest, at the moment. I have a good fitness, I know it, but it's not a marathon type of fitness. It was a very good session. I ran with Ivan from the Meta Endurance team. It was good to have someone to run with. That was the case for day 7, day 8 and day 9. We had a team meeting with the Meta Endurance team, and I ran all of those 3 days with some other people. It was fantastic. The marathon session was just super nice. I hit some good paces that felt like marathon paces on that day. So that was mission accomplished. All right, before going any further in this video, I have one big question for you. Who should I do a similar challenge with next? Who's the next YouTuber or content creator you would like me to exchange training plans with? Just let me know in the comments. You can drop names, as many of them as you want, and I will try to reach out to one of them after this video or in the coming weeks at least to do it again, if of course you're enjoying this video. And if you're enjoying this video, by the way, give it a thumbs up. That allows me to keep track of who's enjoying it and maybe see if it's a success or not. The other, let's say, challenge that I faced was just thinking that there was an injury risk somewhere around the corner. I know that going from 50, 60, 70 kilometers up to 120 in 1 week and almost 140 in that 9-day cycle is a lot of volume compared to what I usually do. It's a big volume bump, and that comes with a risk, an injury risk. I'm doing super fine now. I'm taking, 2 days off just to make sure that everything's well. But I know the principle of those 9-day cycles is also to put them back to back. And if I were to do it again, I would try probably to do another 9-day cycle after to see how my body reacts. But also I would try to have more volume before so that it doesn't feel like a big shock to my body to go from smaller volume to this type of volume directly. I mentioned that I would come back to weightlifting, and weightlifting was the second, let's say, failure of that training plan. I know Mike included it because he's doing it, and the idea was really to change my plan against his, trade them and do exactly what the other is doing. I'm never doing weightlifting. Maybe I should, I probably should include some weightlifting in my training. That would certainly help in some areas of development. First, I don't have the motivation for it. And second, even if I had, time is a real constraint I have because of many external factors. And it's hard to go to the gym, make the right quality time for weightlifting. So I just didn't do it in his plan. Sorry, Mike, I would need to ask you for another 9-day cycle of training to do the weightlifting. I would be happy to discover it, maybe in person with you, but at least in this 9-day cycle, I haven't done it. Two other things that I think made a difference here in this training plan. The first one is that we're in summertime and it's quite easy to, slot in those like longer runs in daytime, in daylight, because the days are longer. And I don't know if I would have been able to do it the same way during the winter, because my schedule is quite full and I couldn't really see how to put those runs in the middle of the day. Of course, I would have organized myself differently, and this would have been more of an excuse than anything else. But nevertheless, kudos to Mike for being so consistent with those 9-day cycles full of running with very, very high volume, high mileage, at least for a non-elite runner, as he likes to refer to himself. Elite runners do way more than that, and that's their job. We do other stuff on the side, and Mike manages to be consistent with that training schedule, with that training plan, week after week or 9-day after 9-day, which is super impressive. I have a schedule that probably is similar to his, and this was a challenge to slot those longer sessions every single day for 9 days. So, big kudos to him. Would I continue on a 9-day cycle basis? Well, I think I would, and I'm about to actually prescribe myself my training as I usually do, not on a 7-day basis, not on a weekly basis, but with 9-day cycles. I realized how much of a relief it is to be able to put 3 quality sessions in a block of training and have always 2 days of easy volume in between. I really enjoyed it. I think I heard about it only once before hearing about it from Mike. It makes sense. It makes total sense. I think the 7-day format is something that our brains got used to because of many factors, and this is how life is structured week after week. 9 days make just so much sense for running, and it's kind of a challenge also to disconnect from all the metrics, all the data, all the numbers that are only formatted for a week. 9-day is just fantastic. At least after doing it once, and this is not much, I would say it makes a difference. Mentally, you also feel less pressure that you have to achieve this or that between Monday and Sunday. You have, let's say, 3 extra days or 2 extra days to allow for more volume and to allow to put more quality together in that block. I'm gonna try it. At least if I were to race a marathon in the fall, which I don't know about yet, and this is no race announcement here by any means, I think I would do it this way with 9-day cycles. So thank you, Mike, for helping me discover something different. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I have one huge request. Go check Mike's channel, go check his video of the training week that he did based on my training plan, based on running power. I'm gonna put a link here. So just click here and go check his channel. And let me know in the comments, who should I trade my training plans with next? I look forward to your recommendations. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.